It's already been more than 2 years since the PS5 first came out, and a lot of games and even new offerings for the console were released since then. So if you've been holding out on buying Sony's latest console, is 2023 finally the time to buy the PS5? Let's find out. But first, roll the intro. Hey guys, my name is Zach and this is GG Fist Bump. So in case you haven't bought the PS5 yet, Sony claimed during the 2023 CES that the PS5 shortage is now over, with the console having over 30 million sales as of December 2022.
Everyone who wants a PS5 should have a much easier time finding one at retailers globally, starting from this point forward.
Now here in the Philippines as of January, some of the local retailers like DataBlitz or GameExtreme would have a limited amount of stocks of the PS5 in their physical store. But don't expect that it'll be available without checking from the actual branch in advance. Well, there's still Green Hills if you want to get one in person, but they would have a markup from the SRP. Still, if you truly want to buy a PS5 at SRP and your nearby store doesn't have it, ordering online from the official Shopee or Lazada page of GameExtreme or Game One is still the way to go. No need to wait monthly for a pre-order slot because you can already order a PS5 God of War edition easily from GameExtreme for 33,890 pesos. That's already a PS5 disc edition with one of the biggest games of 2022. No more 50,000 peso bundles. But wait, isn't the PS5 just 27,990 pesos? For a 34,000 peso bundle, that's too much. Well, for those who are unaware, the PS5 had a global price increase because of inflation back in August 2022. In the Philippines, the new SRP for the PS5 is now 30,790 pesos. So if you get the God of War Ragnarok bundle, it's as if you paid for 3,100 pesos for the game code, which is actually worth it already. So what is the experience like owning a PS5? Well, just as a background, personally I've had the PS5 Digital Edition since November 2021, growing a library of more than 30 games. And these are not shovelware titles, these are mostly the best of what the PS5 could offer. And despite not being able to buy or sell used discs of PS5 games, I didn't really lose money from it. In fact, I gained money and used this to buy more games. I do what is called game sharing, and I just create new PSN accounts every time I buy new games. These accounts I rent out to other people at my local Facebook groups for a fourth or a fifth of the full price of the game. After a month, I just have them deactivate my account, then rent it out again. They save money themselves, and eventually my game gets subsidized as well. Anyway, one thing that might get filled up if you have a lot of games, even if you have the disc edition, is the SSD. The PS5 has 825GB, but only 667GB of usable storage. To solve this, you can now buy different SSDs with heatsinks, and there are several brands to choose from already at this point. You can also add a cheaper portable hard drive for your PS4 games, and you can play these from there as well. Take note, these are just for PS4 games. When it comes to PS5 games, they have to be at the internal or at the installed SSD. In terms of the games, the PS5 already has a lot you could choose from. Let's try to look at the big hitters, some of my personal favorites from each year since launch. From 2020, there was Spider-Man Miles Morales, which was actually available for the PS4 as well. But it's just so smooth and the loading is just so faster on the PS5. This would be the case for most titles with cross-gen availability. You also have the PS5 exclusive Demon's Souls, which is one of the best looking games from that year. That was actually my very first Souls game, and it's brutal as advertised, so it might not be for everyone. There are other titles, but basically the PS5 was being mentioned by console reviewers as a better, faster way of playing PS4 titles since there weren't a lot of PS5 games to choose from at that point. Speaking of PS4 titles, PS Plus subscribers got what is called the PS Plus Collection, a collection of 20 PS4 classics which you could play as long as you have an active subscription. I guess it's kinda like a placeholder offer while more games came in. Anyway, it's still available up to this day. 2021 saw more games came in. Personally, I like Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Returnal, Deathloop, Resident Evil Village, It Takes Two, Kena Bridge of Spirits, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, and we also got PS5 upgrades for Ghost of Tsushima, Control, and Final Fantasy VII Remake, which had the Yuffie Intermission DLC. 2022 was when the big guns really came in. There's Horizon Forbidden West, Elden Ring, the cute indie cat game Stray, Gran Turismo 7, martial arts game Sifu, and God of War Ragnarok. It was also the time when I started playing Cyberpunk, which had a PS5 upgrade during the year. It runs smooth, and I haven't really encountered the so-called bugs the game had since its release. The PS5 also has a revamped PS Plus subscription to kind of have an offering in competition to Microsoft's Xbox Game Pass. There's the basic PS Plus Essential, which is just the same as the old PS Plus offering, access to online play, and 2 to 3 random free games monthly, which you could play as long as you have an active subscription. What's new is the 2 additional tiers, PS Plus Extra, which comes with an access to the PlayStation game catalog, and PS Plus Premium or Deluxe, which lets you have access to a classics library and PS3 streaming in addition to the game catalog, depending on your PSN's region. Although I have the PS Plus Deluxe subscription on my R1 account, I think that the PS Plus Extra has the best value because of the game catalog access. For those who are unfamiliar with the PlayStation game catalog, imagine that this subscription is like Netflix. But instead of having TV shows or movies, you can just choose a game and download it into your PS5. Of course, just like Netflix, you can only play these as long as the subscription is active. PlayStation has also released a reward service called PlayStation Stars, but I haven't really gotten into it. There's not a whole lot of buzz from this loyalty program, even from dedicated PlayStation Facebook groups. Now, for those into virtual reality, the PlayStation VR 2 is also available this 2023. It's an add-on to the PS5. It won't work without it. But it costs more than the PS5 at $549 US. It's something not a whole lot of people would get into given the total cost along with the console, but the option is still there. So with all those games and the value brought by the revamped PS Plus, and with the easier availability of the console, I think 2023 is finally a good time to buy a PlayStation 5. You're getting to future-proof yourself with newer upcoming releases. More and more PS5 only titles are coming out, and it will only be a matter of time before major titles skip a PS4 cross-gen release. So if you have the budget, get the PS5 and enjoy what Sony has to offer. And with that, I think we're done. If you found this video helpful, interesting, or entertaining, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Then hit on that notification bell for more video game related videos just like this. Thank you again for watching. Again, I'm Zach, and this is 3G Fistbump.